Hey everybody, I'm the Ranting Monkey, and today we're going to look at when somebody accidentally tells the truth. By now we've probably all already seen it, but let's have a brief recap before we get into the topic at hand. This past weekend, the president made a tweet saying that progressive women in Congress who seem to hate the country should return to their own country of birth, fix it, and then they can tell us how it's done here. The entirety of the U.S. press corps and the Democratic Party, alright, those are the same thing, but they went into hysterics. They claimed it was racist because, well, they claim everything is racist. Now, this is just my opinion, but I think Trump was watching Tucker Carlson right before the tweet, and he saw this.
Omar, meanwhile, grew up free in the world's richest country with all the bounty that implies. She became a citizen, then went to work at a state university. A few years later, she became a member of Congress, elected by voters who were proud to see an immigrant succeed. Omar is now, at the age of only 36, one of the most powerful women in America. It's an amazing story, really. Only in this country could it have happened. Ilhan Omar has an awful lot to be grateful for. But she isn't grateful, not at all. After everything America has done for Omar and for her family, she hates this country more than ever. In a recent piece in the Washington Post, the reporter put it this way, quote, "In Omar's version, America isn't the big-hearted country that saved her from a brutal war and a bleak refugee camp. It wasn't a meritocracy that helped her attend college or vaulted her into Congress. Instead, it was the country that had failed to live up to its founding ideals, a place that had disappointed her and so many immigrants, refugees, and minorities like her." End quote. If anything, that's an understatement. Omar isn't disappointed in America. She's enraged by it. Virtually every public statement she makes accuses Americans of bigotry and racism. This is an immoral country, she says. She has undisguised contempt for the United States and for its people.
Either way, that happened. But then it got worse. On Wednesday, Trump had a rally in North Carolina, and this happened.
So Representative Omar blamed the United States for the terrorist attacks on our country, saying that terrorism is a reaction to our involvement in other people's affairs. She smeared U.S. service members involved in Black Hawk Down. In other words, she slandered the brave Americans who were trying to keep peace in Somalia. Omar minimized the September 11th attacks on our homeland, saying, some people did something. I don't think so. Some people did something. Yeah, some people did something, all right. She pleaded for compassion for ISIS recruits attempting to join the terrorist organization. She was looking for compassion. Omar laughed that Americans speak of al-Qaeda in a menacing tone and remarked that you don't say America with this intensity. You say al-Qaeda makes you proud. Al-Qaeda makes you proud. You don't speak that way about America. And at a press conference just this week, when asked whether she supported al-Qaeda, that's our enemy. That's our enemy. They are a very serious problem that we take care of, but they always seem to come along somewhere. She refused to answer. She didn't want to give an answer to that question. Omar blamed the United States for the crisis in Venezuela. I mean, think of that one. And she looks down with contempt on the hard-working Americans, saying that ignorance is pervasive in many parts of this country. And obviously and importantly, Omar has a history of launching vicious anti-Semitic screeds.
Once again, the entire Democratic Party, including the press, went into "it's so racist" hysterics. The president's come out and disavowed the event, but that isn't enough. Nope, according to CNN, he only did that because his daughter and some advisors pressured him into it. In case you missed the subtext there, CNN is reassuring you that Donald Trump is still very, very racist because of all of this. But with all this going on, somebody seems to have forgot to tell Ilhan Omar it's racist.
Yamiche, let me just interrupt for just a moment because we believe that the Congresswoman is speaking again. We'll come right back.
A mega hat. If there was a Somali person wearing a mega hat, they would not be deported. But because I criticized the president, I should be deported. I want to remind people that this is what this president and his supporters have turned our country, that is supposed to be a country where we allow democratic debate and dissent to take place. And so this is not about me. This is about us fighting for what this country truly should be and what it deserves to be. Thank you.
Did you catch that? Here, watch it again.
We believe that the Congresswoman is speaking again. We'll come right back.
A mega hat. If there was a Somali person wearing a mega hat, they would not be deported.
Ilhan just said the send her back thing is based on ideology. If it's not based on race, it's not racist. Now, I'm pretty sure Omar's not smart enough to realize what she said there, but she's not wrong. However, you don't see this all over the press now, do you? No one is pointing out that the person this was focused on is saying that it's not about race. CNN sure as hell isn't running 24-hour coverage telling us Omar's admitting it's about ideology and not race or national origin. And why not? For once, she's not wrong. But it does show how wrong other people are. I can't count the number of press reports, whining Democratic lawmakers, and rando morons on social media I've seen repeating the "it's so racist" crap for the last 24 hours. And if you're one of those, I have a genuine question for you. How is Omar wrong with what she said here? And if she's not wrong, how is that chant at all racist? Don't worry, I don't expect an answer. Omar was accidentally right. This is not about race. It's entirely about ideology. And you know what? There is a conversation to be had about that. No one should be forced to leave the country based on ideology. Not even someone like Omar, who quite clearly seems to hate the U.S. That said, trying to make differences in ideology seem like racism? Well, that's disgusting and cowardly. But sadly, that seems to be the anthem of the modern political left in America. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'm the Ranting Monkey, and I'll see you next time.
We believe that the Congresswoman is speaking again. We'll come right back.
A mega hat. If there was a Somali person wearing a mega hat, they would not be deported.
Your life makes me sad.
Fuzzy Monkey's awesome!